What's going on, everyone? Dreamland Halo here back in, and today we're talking about Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. That's a mouthful. Mouthful mold reference? I think I just said mold instead of mouthful mode, but that's a thing in Kirby in the Forgotten Land, which I will make a video on, and you may be wondering why I haven't done that, because this game was 2023. I'm pretty sure right around Metro Prime Remastered, because it wasn't 2022, that was Forgotten Land. Yeah, it wasn't 24, so 2023. Um, this is the Kirby team does this a lot where they'll release a enhanced port or remake type of thing later on. They did it with why am I like choking up so much? What's going on? Kirby Superstar. That's what they did it with. They had Kirby Superstar Ultra, so like that. Not only does it have new mini games, including Kirby 64 ones that I'll get into, and new copy abilities, but it also has a new epilogue, which is really cool, in which you play as Magolor. But and it's funny. I don't know if this is a spoiler. It's a Kirby game, big deal. But in Team Kirby Clash or Super Kirby Clash, whichever one you played, 3DS and Switch, this actually explains how Magolor gets there. It's so funny to me how that game has lore for the gem apples. It's like he became more evil selling those. Anyway, got some nice little art here. Here's the cartridge. And let's get into it. Also, I just like Kirby is E10, by the way. Like fantasy violence, it's Kirby. Like what? E10? Whatever. Okay, so getting into explaining why I'm talking about this one before the other ones is this was the first like modern new Kirby game for the 2D games uh, to have like this kind of style, because after this was Triple Deluxe and after that was Planet Robobot, and then we got Forgotten Lands, and we're kind of building off. Also, this one's the least likely to get a like Switch 2 version and or any kind of enhancement as well, since it already runs at 1080p 60 frames per second, I believe. And handheld mode should be 720, 60. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure though. It's definitely 60 FPS, obviously, but I don't know if it's 1080p specifically. It's probably at least 900, but there's no way. It's Kirby. Anyway, something you notice on this game is they have like outlines as if it were a 3DS game, like Super Smash Bros. But anyway, you got your main mode, you got your Mary Magolor, so just go with main mode. This would be your menu you would get into in the original version on the Wii. So story mode, arena, and epilogue, and then extra. Extra is basically in Triple Deluxe and Planet Robobot, you play as a different character and kind of like go through the game on a harder difficulty kind of. The Magolor epilogue kind of feels like that, but also it's a very like in between thing where it's kind of its own thing, and that's what the extra mode was over here originally. But basically, it's just a harder version of the regular game. Like the bosses are the EX version or whatever. It's really not that different. But as you can see, it'll be like you go in a world. There'll be the levels, and usually there's 5 stages, and the fifth one will be the boss of that area, which in this case would be Wispy Woods. And then each level has these little collectibles, just like Triple X, just like Planet Robobot. And if you go back to the world map, you can see all the other worlds. As you can see, you got Cookie. Is it Cookie County or Cookie Country? Country, okay. Raisin Ruins, Onion Ocean, White Wafers are all food based. Nutty Noon. I think that's the last world. Usually Kirby games are pretty short. They're not long at all. They're just really fun to play through. But let me just go into level, show you how the game kind of looks. See if you can get an idea in case you've never played it. Like I said, very similar to Triple Lux and Planet Robot. Reason I don't like this one as much out of those two, this is my least favorite. One is the first one, so I don't exactly blame it for being like not like original or unique enough. This was the first like mainline 2D Kirby game in a while, because before this on the Wii we just had Epic Yarn, which is more of a different game, which I love, by the way, don't get me wrong. But you know how Kirby works. Eat an enemy, get their ability, use that ability to get the things or destroy things in the level. Kirby is really simple, but it's really fun. I have really nothing against it at all. Honestly, frankly, I prefer Kirby games over 2D Mario games. I just think they're more fun. For a 2D game, if I'm going to play, it's Kirby. They're just more unique. That's just my opinion, though. You don't have to agree or anything, but I think if you like 2D Mario like me, you'll definitely like 2D Kirby. 3D Kirby with Forgotten Land is even better, I think, but I'm excited for all the enhancements. But yeah, I really hope they, like, obviously this game wouldn't get a Switch 2 version. It's already like a re-release and remaster of a Wii game, so it wouldn't make sense to do that again. This is where the gear thing would normally be on the top left here. But also the reason I have a Chef Kawasaki mask on right now is because you have masks in this game, and you can wear them, and that's the closest you're gonna get to the character. Because in Star Allies, you can actually play as him, so that's really cool. He's my favorite Kirby sub character. He's just so goofy. Anyway, what was I saying? This game's easy to play with one hand, by the way, as you can see. But I don't know. I like this game, just not as fun as Triple X because it has more of a gimmick. This one, its gimmick is like the ultra abilities that you get for a section, whereas there's Hyper Nova Kirby. Well, you're about to see an ultra ability with this sword guy, but oops. Let me eat this. This is the ultra ability. So it's like ultra sword, literally. And then you just use it in a section, and it destroys that like specific terrain. It's like the gimmick of the game. And then Triple X is Hypernova Kirby, and you use it to move stuff around and suck it in. And then Planet Robot obviously has the mechs, which I think are the coolest, which is why it's my favorite. It's just so cool. It takes everything about Kirby and dials it up to 11, but it's so fun. I love these little gimmick things. Even though they're simple, they're very satisfying and fun to play through. But yeah, overall, really good game. Like I said, if I had to choose a 2D Kirby to play out of the 3 modern ones, it would definitely be Triple Lux. Supposedly it's coming to the Switch soon, or sometime eventually, so hopefully I'll make a video and play that for sure, because I love Triple Lux. If not, I'll make a video on it regardless, because it's really good. But here we go. There's also these little sections near the end of the levels where you go in like the space-time distortion. I don't really know the lore of Kirby too well. I just know it's really cool for no reason. Like, you think it's just a Kirby game, oh, it can't be that serious, but I don't know, it gets kind of crazy. Anyway, I keep losing my train of thought. What am I talking about? Hold on. Okay, as I was saying, this is an example of a boss right here, the Spear Doomer. So you see these guys a lot in these little areas near the end of levels, usually, as a little, like, mini-boss. They're not too hard or anything, just, little boss. I like the bosses in Kirby, they're fun, like Krakow is a classic, for example. DDD in this game is a multiplayer character, but sometimes he'll be a boss in different games as well. I'm trying to use a Joy-Con sideways. I don't know if this makes it easier with one hand or even harder. Uh, this is why I need a capture card. But anyway, I really like this game overall. This is like all I have to say about the main game, extra mode, and epilogue stuff, I think. I want to kind of talk about the mini games, because they're really cool in this game, genuinely, and I'm about to get to the end of level here, but overall, I think this is actually the best packaged Kirby game you can get on the Switch, because for $60, you get a mainline Kirby, right? And then it has an extra mode like normal. But then it also has a lot of value for multiplayer because of all those mini games, and then it's got the extra epilogue, not epic log. And yeah, I mean, overall, it's just a lot of content. It's well worth your money, especially if you're not planning on getting a Switch 2. This is one of the best games you can play on the Switch 1 if you've never played it on the Wii or the Wii U, because it's also on Virtual Console for Wii for $20. But yeah, that's the main game. Let's get over to the other stuff. So like I was saying before, there's multiple modes. Extra is just a harder version of the main story. You can play that if you want. Epilogue is the new edition, where it's basically you play as Magolor and you get these abilities throughout it. It's pretty cool. And it has like a little skill tree. It's really, really short, but it's really, really fun. And it's more challenging than the main game too. That just said something. But anyway, as you can see here, you get these little skill points if you build up combos, and you can use that to unlock better versions of abilities, like your health, your magic spears you shoot out like this, and then you can do like an upward one, and then you can do like there's this down combo one, but whatever, you get the point. It's cool how this is like a little challenge mode as Magolor. Like, playing as him is just cool. You could do it in Star Allies, I believe. But just like the whole skill tree and like combo thing to like build it up, like roguelike almost, is kind of cool. I really like it. It's really fun, really short, but really fun. But getting into the mini games, these are super cool to have because I loved playing Kirby 64, but the mini games in that game were great. They had no reason to put them in there other than just to have like a 4-player N64 co-op thing going on. But anyway, that's that. As you can see, this menu is actually in 30 FPS. I guess because there's a lot more to render in 3D than there is in 2D. I just realized that, at least on this handheld mode. And then there's like little achievements in this game, kind of, and you get like bonuses for completing missions and stuff in this and in the main story. I believe you get these stamps. And then you unlock more masks for customization in the main game, which I think is really cool, actually. As you can see, the Kawasaki one. Some of these are kind of cursed. Like, Waddle Dee works really well, or Meta Knight. But like, I don't know. It's weird to have Kawasaki just on his face like that. It's so funny looking. But I really like it. It's cool. It's like, that's how you get your character without fully getting your character. But as you can see, there's plenty of mini games here. Some of these are kind of whatever, but some of them are genuinely like really fun and playing with friends. For example, this one, the checkerboard chase, is from Kirby 64. And this one I always loved, but me and my friends were playing this about a year ago, and we were getting super into it. This is like Mario Party level mini game, but as you can see, I already lost a life. You'll put it down like a row, and then anyone who's on that glowing row will fall down. And it's really that simple, but it kind of like respawns and comes back and gets harder as it goes along, but it's really fun to play with friends. So I don't know. I just had to mention this for this mini game because it's really fun. But overall, like I said, this game is a really complete package. There's plenty of content and stuff to do, keep you busy. It's worth your $60 more than. I mean, Star Allies at launch, maybe it wasn't, but it is now, I feel like. I hope Star Allies gets, like, a free boost on Switch 2. I think that would make the game go a long way, because it's 30 FPS at 1080p, I believe. It'd be nice if it was, like, 1440, 60, like Forgotten Land's about to be with that new content, which I would also be definitely talking about. Like I said, I need to wait for that to come out to then make the video, and that's not until August 28th, I believe, and that's a while, but overall, let me know what you think of Kirby in general, or this specific Kirby game, or all that stuff like that. But yeah, I really like this game overall. It's definitely a really good Kirby package, like I said. But let me know what you think in the comments. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more Kirby videos, be sure to subscribe if you like to. If not, that's okay too. And I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.